Good morning, TikTok. So we all understand how patriarchy works, right? We all understand who's on top and who's on bottom, right? Because you can't really begin to understand oppression and how that works unless you understand patriarchy and how that works. Real quick, let me tell you about patriarchy and how that works. White men have all the power, and they are on top of the patriarchy. And then up under them comes white women, white children, and then members of their rainbow coalition. And then after them, it is Asian men, Asian women, Asian children, and then members of their rainbow coalition. And then after that comes brown men, brown women, brown children, and then their rainbow coalition. And then at the very, 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 very bottom comes black men, black women, black children, and then our members of the rainbow coalition. White men have the power to oppress everyone up underneath them. And there are a lot of reasons why that is. But one of the reasons why that is because everyone up underneath them has someone else that they can oppress. And that is how they choose to participate in patriarchy, i.e. white supremacy, by oppressing other groups up underneath them. So, for example, the only people on the planet that can oppress a white woman is a white man. And then in turn, white women can oppress everyone up underneath them. Now, by black men being all the way at the bottom, the only people that they can oppress, that they have the power, the actual power to oppress, are black women, black children, and members of our rainbow coalition. And that is how black men will participate in patriarchy and white supremacy. Now, no one has to participate in this, but they do because they think that that is how they get power. And a lot of black men seem to think that this is how they are going to get powerful, by participating in patriarchy and white supremacy. And so they turn around and they oppress black women, black children, and black gay people, trans people. And unfortunately, the way black women participate in patriarchy and white supremacy is that we in turn around and we oppress members of the LGBTQIA plus community who are black, because that's who we have to oppress. Oppressing others is extremely unethical, and people who decide to oppress others know this, but they do it anyway. Make no mistake about it, this whole BRIC situation and the way a lot of black men are reacting to it is oppressive, and it is the way that they have chosen to participate in white patriarchy, white supremacy. And a lot of them have been doing it for a long time, despite their educational backgrounds, whether they have a lot of it, whether they have none of it, and the same with their economical backgrounds, whether they have a lot of money or whether they don't. The thing about black people being on the bottom of the patriarchy is that everybody hates blackness. Everyone has to hate blackness in order for patriarchy and white supremacy to work and thrive. You have to have people participate in that system. And a lot of black men have decided to participate in that system despite knowing that nobody likes black people. Nobody loves black men except the members of their own community, black women, black children, and black members of the Rainbow Coalition. We are the only ones who love black men. They know this, and yet they are still choosing patriarchy. And so I'm wondering how they think that that is going to play for them. Because the only allies that they have are the allies they have within their own community. Every bit of significant progress that black men have made in the United States has been because black women were standing there right beside them. We are their natural allies. And so I'm wondering how they are thinking alienating their only natural ally is going to play out for them in the end. Because it hasn't been those white men at the top of the patriarchy who have been moving black men forward. And it hasn't been those white women. It hasn't been their preferences. It hasn't been those brown men and women. It has been black women. Black women are the only people on this entire planet that truly love black men. Black men are our fathers and our husbands and our brothers and our sons and our uncles and our cousins and our friends and our neighbors. We are the only ones who love you. We are the only ones who care that you get justice. We are the only ones who want to see you win. We are the only ones who brawl right beside you. We are the only ones who have gone down in the history books with you. We are the only ones that birth you into existence. We are the only ones who love every single part of you and not just the part that other women fetishize. We are the only ones who actually care what happens to you. Throwing black women and black children away so that you can participate in a system that was designed to destroy you won't work for you. Because at the end of the day, all tokens get spent.